Hey everyone, today I'm going to give you a couple of pointers on how to personally jump or quantumly jump into the new Earth timeline. You can call it the light Earth, the positive Earth, the 5D, fifth dimension Earth. I'm trying to think of what else that's called. They're talking about this split and the shift and the awakening. And here are just a couple of pointers that you can start practicing every day. And the more you practice them, the more addictive they become, and the more you practice them until they become automatic. It's just something you do constantly. Some of the pointers for quantumly shifting into the 5D Earth, which is happening every moment we're awake, and it's a gradual process. It's not a quick thing necessarily. It can be speeded up based on the individual, but it's not something that's necessarily shocking and happens all at once. We're allowed to kind of adjust to it as we shift, as we awaken, as we grow, until our own personal electromagnetic frequency is high enough to match it. And of course, you'll get some great information on this by watching some Abraham Hicks videos. And another really good source for this information is Cynthia Sue Larson, either her quantum jumping books or her YouTube channel. She's got some really good information on how to quantumly jump into the 5D Earth or into the positive Earth. So one of the tools is forgiveness. It doesn't matter if it's your mother or your husband or your brother or your neighbor or just the person who cuts you off in traffic or jumps in front of you while you're standing in line somewhere. If you can practice forgiveness at all times, it's basically a tool of autocorrection or self-correction. So let's say something triggers you, and you get this immediate knee-jerk reaction of a negative emotional response, whether it's anger, frustration, whatever. That is your emotional red flag, which you then use to trigger the counterpart, which is forgiveness. So as soon as that red flag goes up and you're feeling something like frustration or anger, before it gets out of control and you allow it to grow too far until you say or do something that you might later regret, you use it as a warning signal, the red flag, which tells you to look around to see who you need to forgive. Do you need to forgive the person who just bumped into you? Do you need to forgive your child? Do you need to forgive yourself? Quite often we just actually overreact to things and the red flag goes up when we're really just tired. We've been working too hard. We've not been getting enough sleep. We've been drinking too much caffeine, partaking in alcohol, nicotine, etc., which makes the red flag go up quicker. It lowers your tolerance factor. So sometimes we need to forgive others and forgive ourselves for our overreactions at the same time. So forgiveness is a wonderful tool for getting you into the mindset and the heart set of being able to transition to 5D Earth, for being able to shift into the positive timeline. Another really great tool we've spoken about on this channel before is gratitude. And this is particularly helpful when there is no red flag of anger or resentment, but there's the red flag, or let's call it the orange flag, of sadness. When you're just feeling a little bit blue and a little bit down, that could be also because of over partaking in substances like coffee, cigarettes, alcohol, etc. I mean, yeah, marijuana for medical uses has got some wonderful healing attributes, but if abused and taken every day just to change your frame of mind, it can also lead to lowering your personal resonance, your personal energy field. So let's say the orange flag pops up and you're feeling a little blue, a little sad, a little poor me. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough friends. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough of anything that you look around where you're seeing lack. It's because you're actually looking for lack. You've already got that blue feeling and now you want to pin it on something. I mean, who wants to be depressed for absolutely no reason whatsoever? You'd feel like a crazy person, right? So when we feel that sadness, we look around and think, well, what can I hang that feeling on. And we very quickly come up with things that can fill that space of why am I feeling sad. Look at it as an orange flag. And when that flag pops up, it's your warning sign to immediately start employing gratitude. And you can do that by looking around your immediate environment and saying, wow, I really like my car. It might not be new, but it is not breaking down on me. It's cost effective. It gets me places. Thank you for my car. Now, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but the more you do it, the more addictive it becomes. And eventually you're saying, thank you, universe, for the people I love in my life. Without them, who would I be? What would I be? See, without the people you love in your life, there is no measurement of you. The people that you love are the measurement of who you are, what you are, and what kind of a person you are. Just like your entire life on this planet in a physical body, spirit in matter, is the sum total of your memories of all of your experiences. And the reason that there's sum total of memories instead of sum total of the experience is because you remember your experiences slightly differently than anybody else who shared them with you. So your life is the sum total of your memories here. And then, of course, you don't die. We'll talk about that in other videos. You simply leave the material avatar of this body on earth in this time and go on to hopefully experience more at a higher level. I mean, that is really the goal after all, isn't it? Is to graduate from planet Earth, to actually move on and move up. Another really good tool for getting you quicker into the 5D Earth, into the positive Earth, into the better timeline, quantum jumping, if you want to call it that. Visualization. It's harder to do when you're experiencing a red flag or an orange flag emotion because, as Abraham teaches people so well, and does Heartmaths, you need to pivot first to either a neutral feeling or a positive feeling before employing the visualization. If you're experiencing sadness or anger or resentment, don't start visualizing things for yourself because you're going to get the vibration coming back to you of what you're projecting out. And these vibrations are emotional more than they are mental. So save the visualization for when you're either feeling neutral, not happy or sad, but you're going to do some visualizing, or you're feeling happy, you're feeling calm, you're feeling satisfied, you're just feeling relaxed and good. Those are great times to start visualizing. And if you can't really see pictures in your head, that's okay. You can literally just imagine what it would feel like to be in what you wish to visualize, whether that's a new home, a new job, a new car, a new relationship, a new city, a new state, a new country, even a new world. You can take this visualization as far as your imagination, and we all know how far that is. That's like infinite, isn't it? The capabilities of your personal imagination know no boundaries. So only visualize what you think you want in the moment, and then sometimes push the envelope a little bit and push it a little bit further, make it just a little bit better, even higher, even better, and see where that takes you. And the more often that you employ visualization techniques from a neutral position or a good positive position, the more often you will see the results coming back to you based on your visualizations. And you'll think, aha, that's what I thought about last week, and here it is. That's what I thought about yesterday, and here it is. So it's kind of a feedback loop. It's a good feeling, good life feedback loop. And that helps you bump yourself up in your vibration, which gets you to the 5D Earth quicker, or the better timeline quicker. Another good tool to move you along your path of ascension and awakening and becoming more of who you really are. I mean, we know you're much more in spirit, but becoming more of who you are in spirit, in the flesh, in matter, in this timeline, here on the planet, in 2017, 2018, 2019, etc., is blessings. There are some pretty good blessings and prayer books out there. Larry Dossey comes to mind. But my favorite one is The Gentle Art of Blessing, a simple practice that will transform you and your world, by Pierre Pradervand. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly. Winner of the 2010 Golden Nautilus Book Award for Spirituality. It's a really good one. And you can just jump to the practice here if you don't have the time to find that book. It's basically employing blessings every single day so that you get into the habit of it, and eventually it becomes second nature. And it's not only important to bless yourself and your loved ones, which you should be doing every day. God bless my children at school, that their teachers treat them fairly and lovingly, and that they succeed in all their academic exercises. Something like that, in your own words. God bless me, that I may always provide for my family and find that easy and peaceful in the process of providing for my family. Those are just some of the ideas. God bless my parents' health, that they continue to prosper in good health. So, there's an unlimited amount of blessings that you can give to yourself and your loved ones. But every day it's important also to bless those around you that you don't know. You could see somebody walking down the street and something triggers in your mind that perhaps their clothes are a little bit shabby and they look like not necessarily homeless, but like maybe they can't afford a new pair of shoes. You can send them an immediate blessing. God, or if you feel more comfortable with the creative universe and the creative energies, I like working with God personally. I do see God as the creative energies that manifests everything that is possible, that ever was, is now, and will ever be. Both male and female energy, not a little old man that kind of looks like the Coca-Cola Santa Claus with the white beard sitting on a cloud. I'm not into that kind of God. If you are, that's fine. God bless that person to prosper financially, emotionally, and in good health as well. I mean, that'd be a great blessing for somebody you don't know. Put it in your own words, put it in your own thoughts. When you see animals, bless them, especially in winter months when they're struggling to find food and water. I mean, geez, if you want to take it a step further and really speed up your ascension, you'll actually go out and provide them with some food and water when everything is frozen. The more you bless your loved ones, yourself, and everyone and everything around you, the more easier it becomes to practice blessings every day. And eventually, you'll find that it becomes second nature. You do it without even thinking. And when you get to the point where you are blessing not only yourself and your loved ones, but everyone in the world, as well as the animals, and you might even go as far as blessing plants, tree life, mineral life, etc., then you are operating from a completely different energetic level. It really changes your personal vibration when blessings become automatic, second nature, just something you give to everything and everyone around you all the time. I can guarantee you that when you get to that point, the earth will no longer look like the earth you are seeing around you today. You see, darkness is simply the absence of light. To remove the darkness, you just literally bring in the light, turn a light on, switch a light on. And in activating this natural state of blessing that goes with you wherever you go, because it is inside of you, coming out, it is a part of you, you are literally switching that light on energetically everywhere you go. And the more people who realize this and learn this, the brighter the environment energetically gets. And that literally dispels the darkness. It's very hard for darkness to operate where there is light. And by practicing the forgiveness, the gratitude, and the act of blessing every day and constantly, you are literally the light. So the last tool I'm going to talk about for speeding up the process of ascension, awakening, shifting to 5D Earth, shifting to the better timeline, quantum jumping, etc. They're all basically the same thing, is Opono Pono. You can look it up and watch some Hugh Lin videos on YouTube. You can read some books with Morrnah, who was the original person that I came in contact with who taught Opono Pono. And of course, there's the Zero Limits Joe Vitale book, which is quite a good one. They're all good sources. And Opono Pono is the ancient Polynesian prayer that I believe came from the kahunas, who were their spiritual leaders. It's a very ancient prayer that basically, they call it cleaning and correcting, but it basically sets things right. Not only for you, but for your loved ones, and not only for you and your loved ones, but also for the world, for the material world in which you're operating and living and experiencing. And Morrnah used to employ the prayer a certain way. As soon as you experience something that brings your energy down and makes you feel bad, whether it's something that happens in your household or something you see on the news, and I wouldn't recommend actually watching a lot of the news because that is designed to keep your vibration continually low. But when something happens that upsets you, either sadness or anger, you immediately see the red flag, see the orange flag, and you say in your head or out loud, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You can say it over and over and over again until you feel the negative feelings dissipate. What's interesting is there have been studies that show that not only clears it inside of you, but it clears it outside of you as well. It has an immediate effect on the problem outside of you that triggered that response inside of you. Now, the I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you is the Hugh Lin, Joe Vitale way. Morrnah and other kahunas used to employ it in a different way, and they would say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I tend to find that the more I say it, the quicker it speeds up, and then I know I've pretty much cleared it and cleaned it in myself, which had the effect of clearing and cleaning it outside of myself as well. There's even a website that you can go to put your prayers in where other people will clear and clean on them with Opono Pono prayers. That's called zerowise.com. And you can use it anytime, anywhere, driving, standing in line, before bed, when you wake up. So I have my own system where I employ both systems of Opono Pono prayer, or both versions. And if I'm triggered and I have a bad feeling, anger, sadness, disappointment, whatever, and it's something that I participated in personally, an argument with somebody, or somehow I was personally involved with it, I use the Hugh Lin Vitale version of I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Either out loud or in my head until I feel clear and clean and it's gone and I feel calm and good again, neutral. And when it's something outside of my participation, something that's happened globally in my immediate community or the world, and it makes me feel bad, it triggers me somehow emotionally, that's when I employ the Morrnah version of Opono Pono. And I just say repeatedly, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And sometimes I'll use that when I'm doing it for something, some interaction with my loved ones, with my family, because I do love them. It's very easy for me to say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, when I'm dealing with a family member that I love. And sometimes when I'm dealing with something out globally in the political sphere, it's not so easy to say about the Clintons or the Trumps or that group, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. It feels a little more false. So when somebody that I don't love triggers me and I feel bad and I want to clean on it in myself and externally, that's when I will say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's easier to deal with really some of the negative people out there by starting with I'm sorry. So, use this, research it. There's a lot of YouTube videos available for you. There's a lot of books available for you. There's a lot of articles available for you on Opono Pono. I will get some links together, but I'm going to probably post this before I have time to research and drop in the links. But eventually, I'll drop in some links on this video. And I hope these tools really work for you, and maybe you can come up with your own tools, and then maybe you can share them with me in the comments. Tools to help us ascend, awaken, and shift quicker, more easily, raise our vibrations even higher, get to 5D Earth inside so that we can project it outside. And then everybody else who's doing this around us will also be projecting the more positive Earth around us. And when there's enough, when we've got the right number, that's when the real shift is going to start to occur. You're going to see a completely different world that you're living in that is more peaceful, that is more cooperative, that is more compassionate, because more and more people are catching on to this, that it's an internal mechanism projected outwards rather than an outward mechanism projected inwards. So, I think we're waiting for that critical number when the negative and the positive can truly split off and be separate. And right now it's here, they're together, they're commingling, they're right here, but they are gradually separating more and more every day, based on more and more people awakening and ascending and basically taking responsibility. If you think about it, Opono Pono works because you are taking responsibility not only for your actions, but for humanity's, because you're human, you're a part of that group. And you're saying, hey, that might have happened across the world, but it wasn't right. It makes me feel bad. So I'm going to clear and clean on it with an ancient kahuna prayer called Opono Pono. It's taking on the responsibility in your life, and that changes everything. Okay, much love, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.